I'll tell you one thing. This technology and all these devices. This is what the problem was. I'm sorry about that, brothers. It was so I got so many devices. And it just started picking up some of everything, and it didn't dawn on me because I went back and I tried to play it, and I didn't hear it myself, and I heard a lot of static. Um, and thing. Now, as for the coughing, I don't know where that came from, but it is what it is. And so I went on. I reposted this thing. Let me see what's going on with it. Um, I wonder. No, I can't go back in. Um, Shalom. Um, that's what I just. I think that was the problem because I tried to go back. I left out of the system and came back in, and it was still doing the same thing. And I just trying to figure out what it was. And I just turned some of everything off, and I rebooted my phone to get it back up. But and it seems like rebooting it. I mean, my phone, it took a long time for it to come up, but we back up. But like I was saying, Shalom, Sister Donna. I'm glad you made it in. I'm sorry about the other ones. There was some technical difficulties, but it seemed like I figured it out. But we here. But as I was saying, um, matter of fact, Sister Donna, Sister Patricia, how much did you hear of that live? Did you hear any of it and things of that nature? I just need to know: do I need to start from the beginning? Because it seems like there was trouble from the word go. You didn't hear nothing. Okay, all right. And it was some problems. They said that somebody was coughing their head off. I'm just like, no, that wasn't me. I mean, I know I'm always clearing my voice and everything, but I wasn't coughing. Okay, all righty. But what I was saying, and hold on, just true. I'm back. Yes. All right. So I mean, I could start it all back over from the beginning and things. But this is the thing that I have noticed, and it's just not me. When do you brothers and sisters remember back in I think it was 2022. 2022 is when they made the announcement that major tech companies was going to cut like 10,000 employees. That's including Elon Musk, Facebook, and dang, I don't know why in the world I would say Burkina Faso, not Burkina Faso. What's that dude name? Amazon, Jeff Bezos or something like that. They made that announcement. Me, I did not believe that that was devoted to me, a communications company owner. But then a buddy of mine, thanks a lot, Sister Monica. A buddy of mine named Mike Roebuck. He's in the same field, but he worked remote. He's into IT. He's like a programmer or something like that. He built apps. And he put me up on something that a guy told him, a Gentile. And he told him, he said, look here, I'm letting you know, Mike, because you're a good person and things of that nature, but the tech world is about to get hit. And he said, Black companies are going to get hit the worst. Black companies was the one that was going to hit the worst. And it did. It did just that. I did not realize that was the onset of the beast system. Now, granted, now a lot of brothers and sisters I do know that had the business that they have to let their businesses go. They have to go back to work full time. When I say they go back to work, I'm talking about brothers and sisters that are in the mid to late 50s. Some of the brothers that I do know that are in their 60s was out here looking for employment because their company went under. Now, mind you, I'm gonna tell you what we did truthfully, when I got started with my business, I thought that I was the only black person out there in communication because I have always ran up on, white people doing this until I ran up on one brother, and he thought the same thing. And that brother, he's from the UK. We still friends down to this very day. But we start to figure out some things. We said, look here, brother, when you get a contract with a company, any of us, we trade information. So when I got a contract at a particular company, I will print out the contract. And then I will send it to him electronically. He do the same thing. So while I'm applying to be a contractor for this particular company, he's doing the same thing. He's doing the same thing. And it worked. It worked for us. And that's how we got started. It was just two of us. So we started bringing other brothers and sisters on that we met in the field and kind of find, they like self-employed, and we brought them and said, this is what we do. We didn't charge nobody or nothing. We just shot information back and forth. Because when in our minds, we were saying, if you get a contract and you need help, call one of us. And that's what we did. We all made money. I kid you not, brothers. The first quarter of the year, because we kept in contact with one another. We was always around like March of this year. We'd be at like 50 to 75,000. And that's just one person running his or her own company. Period. That's just for the first quarter. So now you can just add the money up for the end of the year. And that's how we was doing it. But when they made that announcement that it was going to be affected, it caught a lot of us off guard. It did. It did. It took I had 5 companies that was billion-dollar companies. I did. And I did work with them sporadically because I didn't have the manpower to take on some of the contracts they wanted me to do. You going into a Walmart and you putting everything in there. I didn't have that manpower. No. Give me a Dollar General. Yeah, I would go in there with 2 or 3 people, install everything. That's what we did. But when that B system got introduced to the communications field, I never seen so many brothers and sisters, companies folding up. The only reason mine's still here because I just chose to keep it open. But I'm gonna tell you what they did, though, brothers. These people had our information. They did. So when you talking about you getting a contract with these companies, and they ask you, are you a minority business owner? And then if you signed up for all of that, and some of the contracts I did put that on there, and all they wanted to know was you're a minority. 9 times out of 10, what they thinking, oh, he's black. He's not a veteran. I mean, when you do these contracts, you got to put all that information in there. So I put all the information in. They knew exactly who I am, my race, and everything. And that's when everybody started tumbling. And I'm talking about, I knew sisters who own construction companies. Their companies was taking a hit, and they could not understand. They said, man, we just take, we taking hits and we just can't understand where it's coming from. It's like companies are leaving. I had a contract with this company that was called Granite. I was doing work and all of that. What they did, they sent me a letter stating that they was going to cut my contract with them because they was going over to a new system. And they did just that. Only recently, for me to get a phone call from a company where all of these companies was leaving these contractors, and they was all been forced over to one particular company to deal business with. Yeah, it was very sensitive information, Sister Monica. And then what's killing about it, Sister Monica, is this: those people have all of my information. They called me right down to this very day. Hey, we were just wondering, with your educational background, will you be interested in working for so and so, so and so? And the other brothers, they was telling me the same thing. They've been getting those phone calls. Now it's starting to make sense. What they put in place is in place already. It's already there. Brother, 60-something years old, said, man, Mike, I'm in my 60s, bro, and I got to go ahead and look for a full-time job. And he said it's an uphill battle at his age. You know what, Sister Monica? It can be called greed too. But then at the same time, I look at it as greed / control. Greed / control. Because all of this is going to go, let's call it downhill. The first thing that you need to conquer is communications. Once you got that under control, let's bring everything else on down. And there you go, box you out. But now this stuff is about to go. It's about to go personal. I ain't gonna say globally. Let's just do it locally. Everybody here that's on this chat, we're used to having electricity, keeping your refrigerator, keeping your food, cool, AC, heat, electric. I think, brothers, and I'm going to talk about this a lot more till we come up with a alternative plan to what they're putting out. I just don't want to be naive. I'm not going to say naive. Shalom, Brother Dave. I was looking at your message. I need to come out, and I did all of that. And I was just trying to figure out what was going on with the system until I think I fixed it. But it's not to say that I want to be naive. I mean that I don't want to come off naive. I know what's happening. The system is gearing itself up for us to make a choice. And this is just me, brothers, and I'm serious. This is a very serious predicament that is on the horizon. It's right there in front of our face. And for the majority of people who flat out don't care, they're like, okay, all right, I'm part of the B system. All right, turn my electricity back on. Turn my water back on. Turn everything back on that I need on in order for me to move on about my business, my life. And for the vast majority of people, boom, they're going to take it because this is what we are used to. But for the ones who are biblical, literate, no, we move on a different beat. We move on a different beat. Now, if you think that is a simple thing, no, it's not. Because guess what? The system got you tied into the communication side of it. If you want to talk to your daughter, you make a phone call. If there's an emergency, you make a phone call or you send a text. But when the system said, hey, in order for you to hop on this internet, this service, we just don't want your money. We need your allegiance. And that's what we're getting into. That's where the issue is going to be at. Because if you are a person that's living far from your family, that's going to be an issue. Because I just say, all right, you know what? This system is in place. Let's just say it's in place, and the choice is out there. But you're saying to yourself, you know what? Let me go ahead and pack my stuff up and go close to my family. You may find yourself in a little bit of danger, because in order for you to drive or take a bus or a plane, you got to still have that stamp. Because once this system is up and running, brothers, it's going to be like you're going to be stuck. This is the realism of this system. These are the things that, just look up the street, look up the road, see what they're planning, see what they're trying to, what they're bringing about. That's what I'm saying. That's the reason why I say, hey, man, this looked very serious to me. And now look here, brothers and sisters, I'm gonna pretty much be like, hey, if you think it's fear, sorry, I'm not trying to inculcate no fear in nobody. I'm not. But I am trying my best to get us to look up that road a lot further and to deal with a real pressing issue that's up the road that the Most High has warned us of what this system is trying to do and is going to do. That's what's happening. All right. Granted, they can sit there and go back and forth on TV talking about World War III and things of that nature, brothers and sisters. I'm not even trying to play into that. They're going to do what they're going to do. That's not none of my business. Go ahead and fight it amongst yourselves. And you know what? I tell you, I'm seeing a lot of people leaving this country, and I'm looking at different channels of saying, they give just like Chicago. There was so many people moved out of Chicago. I think it was like 200 some thousand. And they said that's mind-boggling. A lot of things, brothers and sisters, that we got accustomed to may be those things they may use against us. Because now just imagine living in a house where there's no AC, no heat, no electric. Now you do have these other people, what do they call them? Preppers. All right, yeah, they got themselves. They're using that forethought. They are. Now, when I was in Africa, I'm gonna tell you, I went to a community where they only had one panel. They had one panel, a solar panel, on their home. It only ran. It served the purpose of just for them to charge up their cell phone. You couldn't put no TV on it. That little bitty battery that they had, and it was jerry rigged, but that was for the majority of. That's when at nighttime they had one light in the house, maybe two. One is over in the bathroom, and then one throughout the house. And then the rest of them they burn candles. We're not used to burning candles, brothers. Now it's like we need to start looking at these things and asking ourselves, can you contend with that? Can you contend with a cold? Oh, brothers and sisters, let me tell you something about a cold house. I've been in one before. It can be 15 degrees outside, but you go inside that cold house, it's going to be a lot colder in that house. Shalom, Sister Yvonne. It's going to be a whole lot colder in that house than it will be outside, than it be outside. I remember when we was kids and my mother and the electricity got shut off. Yeah, we stayed in the cold house. Um, we um we um we in order for us to keep warm, we had a gas stove. My grandma, my mother, she turned that stove on, and that's how we kept warm. That's how we kept warm. That served as a measure of life. But my mother, she didn't have no money to pay the bill. I mean, hey, but that was just a bill side of it. I'm talking about more of a beast system that's going to control all of your utilities. The company's already there. They're there. They want this beast system. We own all of this stuff. And Shalom, Sister Royal Priesthood. And it sounds, I mean, it may sound far-fetched, brothers, but we was warned. We have been warned of what this system is going to do. And, the Most High gave us the pro and the con. You choose the system, you're forfeiting your life. That's what he said. It's in the scriptures. And I think I'm going to have to talk on this at least on a daily basis in order for us to stay in tune to what we need to do truthfully and how we need to start using forethought. We know what's going on. We know what they're going to do. We know exactly what they're going to do. And granted, now all these channels are popping up with talking about survival. They talking about when. They ain't talking about no if. They said when martial law is instituted, what you need to do. And these guys, they going in on this stuff here. They going in. Listen, they said act like everybody else. Act like you and won't. When you walking about and you seem like you got your stuff together, you're a threat. And I was like, dude, are you joking me? And they straight dead serious. This is what's happening. And now they was also talking about these channels talking about the same thing. Hey, how you need to proceed. And this one cat, he was just down to earth. He said, look here, women, kids are the most vulnerable during that particular time. He said, a man, he's going to be more of a battle. That man is going to be a battle. And especially if you got some sinister people, this is what they said. And what they're saying is true, truthfully. It's going to be a battle. Because the sinister type person is trying to figure out what he can get out of that woman and that child, because they're the weaker ones. They need to get rid of that man. That's what they need to get rid of. This is the reason why I said, brothers and sisters, some months ago, brothers, we need to huddle together to strengthen numbers. It's a very dangerous position that we are in right now, because we have this division still within us. We have this division within us. And this is not a good look for us right now. Don't get me wrong. Yes, we still have the Most High. We do. And this is not to cut his hand short either. This is not to cut his hand short. But it's easier to say these things, brothers and sisters, when you are a brother who has family and things of that nature. But then on the other hand, think about those sisters out there with the single sister with no kids. That's a very dangerous position to be in. Very dangerous. This beast system, call it, brother, this is not no fear tactic. And I'm going to keep on saying it because you're going to have other brothers and sisters that want to talk about these things. And you're going to have more of them talking about it once the beast system made its introduction. You're going to have a whole lot more brothers and sisters talking about it once it's online. Let's just say it that way. Once it's online, I mean, what is your resolve? What do you have set up? Because when it's all over said and done, brothers and sisters, we coming up on a time where there will be lawlessness. You're not going to have policemen coming out because somebody broke in your house and stole your food. They go stay home and protect their own home. If you feel that you may be in a high risk area or whatever, I mean, hey, brothers and sisters, as long as you may have whatever we want to call peacetime, use that time to put yourself in a better position. If you need to be around your family, so be it. Put yourself in that position. We have been warned. We've seen scriptures. We're seeing fulfillment that have been that are happening repetitiously. That's what these are the things that we are seeing. And like I said, I'm going to continue to say, I'm not trying to scare nobody. I'm not trying to put fear in nobody. But for us to look ahead and to plan ahead, that's what the Most High is looking for us to do. And at the same time, relying upon Him. Because once you put things in place and you continue to rely upon the Most High, you pray for His direction, and you doing your best. Whatever you may be falling short on, He knows exactly where to put you at and how to lift you up. But to sit there, the Most High knows your financial status. He knows what you can afford, what you can break down, and things of that nature in order to protect yourself. Just as much as you know. We should do those things. We should do them. Put ourselves in a better position. It's going to happen, brothers. It's going to happen. That beast system is going to come. It's already been prophesied. The day that they open that up, now you got to stand and say, hey, how am I standing? How am I looking with this system going on? Everything you think that you're going to turn around, think that you're going to do, if you're not part of that game, you ain't getting nothing in. You ain't getting nothing out. And you may have fruits and vegetables in your yard. You won't be able to sell it to them. You don't have an allegiance to them. You do not have an allegiance because you chose not to. So now, while the going is good, brothers, this is the reason why I was talking about what's his name? Brother Galen and Sister Kathy. They have their that land and things. And for you brothers and sisters that may not live in Mississippi, you may be living in another state. Look up black farmers. Network with them because you never know. Well, I don't know. You will know. You will know. Hey, I can trade with these brothers here. Sister Van P, she grows stuff in her place. Brothers and sisters, if you got some type of ailment, start looking into some herbs. Look at how some of the herbs that you can grow inside your house. And for you ones that don't know, a lot of your medicines have herbs in them. A very small amount though, but they got herbs in them. Look it up. You go find a herb or two in your medicine. Put yourself in a position and let the Most High bless the rest of it. What? We always going and having our hands stuck out to the system. Or I need to go get my medicine for my high blood pressure. Beet juice, other things that you can have, lower your blood pressure. Shalom, Sister Zenobia. This is where we stand at, brothers. Yeah, I'm going to have to talk about this, not daily, but brothers, it's going to have to be somewhat, not a daily thing, but it needs to be talked about until we start putting things together. I'm serious. For the vast majority of people, they don't have a clue of what's going on. Those are going to be the ones, like, you'll be like, nigga, whatever. Stamp my hand. Okay. All right. My forehead. Okay. Turn my stuff back on so I can move on by my life. That's all they worried about. That's it. And some of it may be our family that may go out there and do that dumb stuff. But if you've been talking back and forth to your family, trust and believe, that seed that you plant is going to pop up it's going to pop up in their head. My daughter did say this. My son did say that. And they go call you. Hey, these people saying this, don't do it. Don't do it. When you have brothers and sisters telling, when it's, let me see, I got to use the correct word. When that pandemic happened, brothers and sisters, my spirit just was not right with that stuff at all. And the first people they fell back on, the talking about, oh, African Americans are the most vulnerable ones to this here. Siren goes off. My spidey senses kick in. And then I reminisce. What did they do to our people anyway? What makes you think that I'm going to sit up here and just haphazardly go get it? All they needed was fear. All they needed was fear. When that stuff got kicked off, Italy took the brunt of it. Italy, India, oh my goodness. And so they kept playing that on the news. But in order for them to get people to do these things, they had to show their stuff. They had to show they had to feed the fear. And brothers, y'all may think I'm joking. Y'all do know that these diseases are owned by individuals. They are owned. The flu is owned. You got people out there that they have patents on the disease. Go in there and look at some of these movies, brothers and sisters. They're talking about, come on, let me think. Let's just say malaria. Do you know a patent? That's right, Brother Dave, that's right. They have patents on those diseases. So when it's the rainy season, let's go with Africa. What? They have the medicine for malaria. What did the people they have to do? They gotta go buy it. Who get rich? The people that own that. This stuff is so sinister. It is ridiculous. AIDS is owned. HIV is owned. And so now when they really want to get sinister with it, hey, release it in there. When you now chemtrails, now that stuff is starting to sound more realistic now. Now you really looking up in the sky. Now you're like, man, this plane always flying around here. Now you really you're putting the dots together. Yvonne, you said I had a large fence yard. I would buy some chickens and a few hens. I got you. You know what? Since Yvonne, sadly, Gentiles are the ones who's preparing for these things that they're seeing. It's them. For the average African Americans, we're not. We're not. We just got our hands stuck out. I need my medicine. Oh, the government can't do that. And truthfully, I'm talking about the ones who's not biblically sound. And I'm talking about Christians too, because they're not biblically sound. They're not. This is a very vulnerable situation we have right in front of us. I understand what Jacob is talking about. Hey, go to Africa, work on, do whatever you need to do on the outskirts. And pretty much that's going to be your best bet. Is somewhere where it's not really cityfied. If it's cityfied, you may have you gonna be some political entity things going on. And for me, yeah, I would go on the outskirts. I would. And you may have some electricity out there, but at the same time, I would have some solar panels up there. That's my fallback. And there are so many different systems now, brothers and sisters, that you can do. You can take two magnets with some copper wires and wrap that stuff. It's all on YouTube, brothers and sisters. I used to play with them when I was a child. You don't necessarily need electricity running to your house to have some lights working. You don't need that. But now if you got some solar panels and things, all right, so be it. And you may find yourself with a smaller what's the word? Smaller refrigerator. Because the refrigerator, we all know it pours some juice. Shalom, Sister Hazel. But going back, brothers, to this beast, that system is going to be exactly what the Most High said. It's a beast system. There's no love in this system. That beast has no love. And it has no loyalty to you at all. And the ones that this beast really wants, it got its people already. It's this one that's calling. It's the chosen ones. That's who this beast wants. That beast is looking for them, for us to sign up, to sign our allegiance to it. The same thing that Hashatan try or attempt to use against Yahushua, It's the same thing he's going to use against us. He go wait till we get vulnerable. And we are right there at the door of being vulnerable. We're right there. We're standing at the threshold. He's going to wait. Boom, I got the system up. Boom, turn everything off. They want it. They got to show the allegiance to me. We got them hooked on the internet. We got them hooked on just a plain on every telephone. If they want to call their mama, you can't call. Well, you need to get to walking or send some smoke signals. They're going to see, is your mama okay? He is doing the same thing. He waited till Yahusha got vulnerable and then tried to use it against him. He tried to use his hunger against him. Brothers and sisters, he's setting it up the same way, the same track that he used against. He's getting us set up the same way. The Most High has given us the warning. I'm going to keep on saying that. He has given us the warning. But we need to take heed a lot more than we once did in previous times. We're seeing what this government is doing now, and they're showing themselves. They are showing themselves. Now, if you want to talk about a civil war, yeah. Can you imagine? You got all of this nonsense going on at one time. A beast system, a civil war. It was another one. A beast system, civil war, and a World War III. All of this going on at one time? Yes, Yahushua, yes, he did. He showed us exactly what we should do. But the world, Sister Zenobia, is it not true that the world sat right there and said, hey, you can have 2 burgers, 2 fries, a Diet Pop, and an apple pie. They got us used to getting into gluttony. We got accustomed to gluttony. We got accustomed to football games, whatever. We got into this system. But when the Most High was telling us to get ourselves out of it, it just wasn't from a religious standpoint. It was everything about this system. The Most High was saying, get out of Babylon. There's so many things about Babylon that is unbelievable. And we're just not talking about the political nor the religious side of it. We're talking about any and everything when it comes down to eating food. Because a lot of us, our stomach is a god to us. Start to grab, let me go get me a burger and some fries. Give me 2 burgers at that. I need something to wash this down. Give me some Hennessy. This is what we got ourselves used to, brother. So when the Most High says separate yourself, hey, come out of that. He's just not talking about the political side of it, brothers and sisters. There's a commercial side of it too. This is how serious it is. This is very serious. And don't get me wrong now. It ain't no easy. It's more than a notion to say, oh, you know what? I'm going to rectify my flesh. Oh, yeah, okay. That's going to be a battle. When people say fasting and prayer, yeah, we're going to need it. Yes, Yahushua showed us exactly what to do. He went out there, he was led by the Spirit into the wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights. Now, let's understand that he went 40 days. You're talking about daylight. Daylight, and that's what? 12 hours. 12 hours of daylight he did not eat for 40 of those days. And 40 of those nights he did not eat. That was another 12 hours. But then his stomach started growling. Wow. That stomach started growling. Satan came right in on him. He hungry now. He hungry now. There you go, Sister Yvonne. And see now, like I said now, brothers and sisters, I'm not here to scare no one. I'm not here to put no fear in no one. But I am here to encourage you to build up that confidence that we may need. I say may need. That we maintain our loyalty to the Most High. He knows exactly the position that we are in. He knows this. Now, well, I will have to come back on the chosen ones because that's gonna be a whole nother conversation. I will come back to them later. But like what Sister Yvonne says, she says she's praying that the Most High will prepare her spiritually and mentally and physically for what's about to come. See now, what this is the thing. It ain't what she said that might come. She said for what is about to come. She knows that it's coming. And we all know this. This is the thing, brothers. We all know what's coming. And so, no, we should not be shell shocked. And especially for you chosen ones. And you chosen ones pretty much know exactly what I'm talking about. You should not be shell shocked. Not one red cent. We can ride around in a nice car and all that stuff until we blow in the face. But as the system continues to crumbles, there's another system that's on the horizon. These brothers and sisters are not out here just talking about a beast system just to be take up some of your time, just to tickle your ears. No, this here is to brace up your heart for the glorification of the Most High, and that we continue to maintain our faith in Him, our trust. And you want to talk about trust? Oh man, please. That's going to be it's going to be a need. Matter of fact, it's a need right now. See, the devil got us accustomed. He knew exactly what he was doing. At first, what was he doing, brothers? He was keeping us from it. We was fighting to be part of the nation. No, keep these Hebrews away. Keep that hate going. Keep it on. Keep it going. Keep rolling the dice with them. Throw the water on them. Let the dogs out on them. But we knew that we just wanted to be treated like a human. We kept fighting for what we call rights. Yes, we did. Our forefathers did that. We did. And then here goes this pimp. He slid on in. All right, I tell you what. Give them this here. And when they gave us something, trust and believe, there was a lot that they took away. When they gave us something, and I say us, I'm talking about black men, black women, they took away something. So when they gave food stamps, what did they take, Israel? What did they take away? When they gave out food stamps and a few dollars every month, what did they take? They took that black man out that house. They knew exactly what they was doing. If you want to say that beast system, and the beast system been here, it's been here. Beastly acting system. Now that beast system is about to go, they're about to put things on paper. They took those fathers out that house. This is what they did. And then they start formulating a, what's the word? They start formulating lies about the black man. And then and at the same time, they turned around and used our sisters. What did they do? Came in playing like, hey, I am that sweet white guy. And then they had the audacity to call our sisters hoes. This is what they did. And still doing down to this very day. Back when they did that, when they offered food stamps to our sisters and things to feed the babies and things, what did they have? They maneuvered our sisters. Well, I really don't need a black man. I don't need a man. I can take care of my kids myself. Our sisters was the only one. Now, I'm not saying that they was what's the word? They was misled. Our sister was misled. When they give something, trust and believe. When they take away, it had whatever they taken away from us, it holds more weight. It held more weight. That's what it did. The beast system been here. Yes, it has. Now, and like I said, brothers, it's getting to the point where they want to put it on paper now. They showing, hey, we need an allegiance. We need your loyalty. That's just like Satan. He wanted, hey, did he not say to Yahushua, hey, I will give you all of this. Look at this kingdom over here. Look at that kingdom there. You see all the glory of them? All of this I will give to you. All of it now. Look at it now. Just look. Just look at it. He tried to appeal to Yahushua's flesh. You just do one act of worship. One. Just one act of worship. He ain't asked for 10. He ain't asked for 5. He asked for 1. If you do an act of worship to me, you have my word. All of this is yours. He got on the bad side of Yahushua's side. That's what he did. He went down the road that Yahushua was not even trying to entertain. That's what he did. That's exactly what he did. He thought that he went in on Yahushua when he was vulnerable. He was hungry. Now let's understand now, man. Let's understand hunger, brothers and sisters, because we need to understand what Yahushua was going through, being hungry. Now, when your blood sugar gets low, you kind of in and out. You're already weak. Now he went 40 days, 40 nights. But while he was going through his fasting, he having a conversation with the Most High. That's how he was getting by. The Most High created the human body to do this and to do that. He was getting by talking and praying to the Most High. More so talking. He's having conversations. He took himself out of the picture. He took his flesh out of the picture. Shalom, Brother Kenneth. Shalom, Brother Yasaint. That's what he did. In order for him to maintain in his fast. And he held to it. What? I mean, what, brothers? Satan was watching him when he was on his fast. Oh yeah, he said, no, 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 no. He knew. No, he still got strength. I need to see something about this man when he's weak. And that 41st day, that's when he felt hungry. Satan knew, all right, this man blood sugar is low. It's low. I need to slide in on him. And he did. He slithered right on in. That's what he did. And the same thing is happening right down to this very day, brothers. That beast system been slithering around us for years. Now it's coming to a point where, hey, they want some allegiance. Now this is the thing. This is the thing. Now, even though he told Yahusha that I will give you all of these things if you fall down and do an act of worship to me, Yahusha knew he was talking to a liar anyway. That's who this conversation was with a liar, the father of the lie. And at the same time, Yahusha knew exactly where his life came from. It didn't come from Satan. He used a whole lot of wisdom against the deceiver. That's what he did. And you're right, sister. I think it was sister. Who was it? Sister Monica said that. I forgot the comment. I got to look for that comment. Alrighty. Yahusha, he showed us exactly what we need to do. Oh, Sister Zenobia. He showed us in which way we need to go. But brothers and sisters, at the same time, we gonna have to have the strength of knowing when to let go. It was this guy, Mike Epps, comedian, and he was talking about. He said, "We don't own nothing." In so many words, he said, "I don't care how much money you got. You don't own nothing. It's like you just rent. You can show this house. You can say, yeah, this house is yours. You paying taxes on it. It is never yours." So that's a measure of disassociating disassociating material things and things, period, while in captivity. That's it. He waited, brothers and sisters. I cannot overemphasize this. He waited till Yahusha got vulnerable. He's waiting for this system to go ahead and collapse, for this system to become vulnerable, because it's by means of him that he's doing it. What's that song? That was a song I hear. I think it was Al Green. Was it? Was Sam Cooke? Not Sam Cooke. Was it Al Green? They had this song with this other sister, and they said, "Put it on paper." They were talking about marrying one another. They talking put it on paper. Satan is doing the same thing. He want to put this before the Most High, and if he can get us to sign our allegiance, that is being of Israel, that's the only thing that's concerning to him. When he can, the Most High said, if possible, to mislead even his elect, his people. And the Most High said, even if possible. And Nipsey, that's her name. Yes, put it on paper. Yeah, that's it. Brothers, sisters, do you not see the vulnerableness of this system? Do you not see it playing itself out? You got people, you got a government that's starting within itself, of a collapse, of a collapsing rather. There is a collapsing of a system that they want to get out the way. That system been here for a long time. Now they want to usher this one in because they need more of an allegiance than anything now. Because Hashatan, he wants to stand toe to toe with the Most High. Isaiah 14:14, he wants to be like the Most High. That's his desire. And if he can get any of us, I mean, if he can just get one, he's going to show that off in front of the Most High's face. The greatest one that he really wanted was Yahushua. That's the one he wanted. That was the one that would have heard it. That's the one that was the Most High's heart. Now, what did he do? He noticed, hey, this woman that gave birth, she got kids. Let me go after them. These are the people, the apple of his eye. And I tell you, he did it. He did it to a T. He did. He got us accustomed. And on top of this, Israel, on top of this, we was naive to who we were. We was naive. And this is the reason why I said was it yesterday or a couple of days ago when I told you, no, brothers, we have a particular history that we can share with our forefathers during the resurrection. Because we did not know who we were. We was going through some things that we just did not understand what we was going through. And then for us to get to a system where we literally are witnessing a battle between us and the devil. The fight that we have to contend with. And we know that our battle is with wicked spirits. That's what we know. That's what we feel. And for us to come out of that track and to be showing the Most High how loyal we are to him, brothers and sisters, please. You will make the Most High heart flutter. Just take all of that into consideration. Of that one-time loyalty shot. You went through all of this. You didn't know who you were. We was trying our best to be like white people. And we were trying to be like anybody else except for who we were, because we did not know who we were. We were trying our best to be like whatever we wanted to be. If we were going to be Asian, and we got to go, slant the eyes or whatever. I don't care. But we was trying our best to be like everybody else. This is what we did. These are the things that we may have practiced. I mean, we got so bad till we started hating our own selves. That's what we did. We've seen the troubles. We up there in church praising Jesus. This is what we was doing. We in our mind, we would say, we rich in Jesus. When we die, we go be rich. We go drink milk, drink milk and honey in heaven. This is what they told us. And then we woke up. Brothers and sisters, I tell you, this is going to be that time. If you really want to make the Most High heart flutters, by your faithfulness, this is that time. This is that time for us to show exactly where we stand and how we stand in. With this awakening and with the ones that are woke, yes, this is that time. Yes, we're going to be put in a vulnerable situation. There may be some things that's going to happen to a lot of you brothers and sisters, but we got to maintain our integrity to the Most High. We got to. What's his name? Job. Job was put in a vulnerable position. Well, hold on. Let me go back on that one. Hold on. Let me go back. Job was placed in a vulnerable position, more so, and that was out of jealousy from the devil himself. And the Most High had a hedge up against him because of his loyalty. That's the thing we should be having, brothers, is that hedge. And let that hedge remain upon us by being obedient, maintaining our loyalty to the Most High. These are the things that we going to need. We're going to need them. And I mean, brothers, some of you brothers and sisters may get tested. And everybody's not going to get tested the same way, brothers and sisters. No, it's not going to happen that way. The Most High knows exactly how much of a test an individual should and should not have. Because the scripture already states those that have the strength to bear this, bear the weight of your brothers and sisters, though for those who don't have that faith. That's what the scripture says. So everybody's not going to go through the same thing. The only thing that we need to be doing is continue to encourage one another. The beast system is here, brothers. It is making its introduction. It's here. And it's going to put everybody in a vulnerable position. This is where what is it? This is where free will is going to play its part. Free will. And you know, brother, this is the thing about free will. And we use our free will to make that last stand against the devil. And then for the Most High to take us up out of this place into the wilderness and to lose our lives in the wilderness. That's kind of crazy, don't you think? But the Most High said, hey, he said, we go be saved out of their tribulation. That's what he says. That's what he promised. But we must, brothers, I tell you, start putting yourselves, brothers and sisters, if you feel that you may be in a compromising position when this stuff happened, it ain't if, it's when it happens. Truthfully, start analyzing your surroundings. Start doing it. Because truthfully, brothers and sisters, I'm going to tell you this now. If you think you live in a decent, nice neighborhood, don't be fooled by that. Do not be fooled by it. Because that neighborhood can flip at the drop of a dime. And let's just say, hypothetically speaking, you may live in a predominantly white neighborhood. You let that hate keep on brewing up. You go and start finding yourself in a battlefield. Pay attention to your neighbors. This world is mm, pushing out so much hatred. Truthfully, um, I'm seeing a lot of hatred towards Trump, and I'm hearing a whole lot of hatred. And I'm talking about from Gentiles as well as blacks and Spanish. There's a lot of hate, brothers. That's what I'm seeing. And if they let that hate keep on and keep on and keep on, it's going like, I mean, mm, is it me? And I'm listening to these people talking about, oh, he gonna get taken out and everything. I'm like, back in the days, you just couldn't talk about taking out a president. It's like they go zoom in on you, but they talking about it so openly. And I'm like, and at the same time, I'm looking at his actions. I'm like, man, is it me or is he trying to set himself up? Because this the little incident they had, what was that? What was it yesterday? Was it yesterday or the day before with Zelensky? Ooh, they started making little AI clips on that. They were showing Zelensky just knocking. They showed one where Zelensky just hit him and knocked Trump back. He was like knocked out with the red tie sitting on top of his stomach and everything. It was pretty funny, but yeah, the world stage. It's a big stage, brothers. That's all it is. It's a stage. But unfortunately, we Yahudians are caught up in this. We caught up in this nonsense. We in the midst of it. Put it that way. We are in the midst of it, and we must maintain our integrity to the Most High Yah when it's all over said and done. Yeah. My encouragement is get used to fasting, brothers. I mean, put it in there. I mean, whatever you're fasting, if it's gonna be 2 or 3 hours, if that's what it takes for you to just get started, so be it, brothers. Do it that way. Get it started. Start getting used to it because it's going to work out your salvation. You're right about that, Sister Haley. It is all about us. It is. Satan has the world. He don't have us. It's us he wants, just so that he can turn it back and throw it back in the Most High's face. That's all Ashatan wants. Ain't nothing else about it. There's none. There's no longevity. There's no longevity or nothing. He just wanted to turn back around and throw it in the Most High's face. That's all he wants. That's it. This is that time that we may find that we're about to be vulnerable. We're about to be vulnerable. Everything that Yahushua went through, brothers and sisters, we going through it. This is that last. This is that last one. This is that last one. That we make that final choice. No, this is my allegiance to the Most High. That's it. In the face of death, the Most High, did he not say don't fear the ones who can kill the body, but he said fear the one who can kill body and soul. That's where your fear needs to be. That's where it needs to be. Oh, you seen this as Yvonne? Well, the clip was showing Zelensky knocking him out. I had to watch it like 2 or 3 times. It was funny. It was funny. I kid you not. Uh, but It's real now, and this country is feeling strong. They feeling strong. They got the arrogance. They just don't have the world power status, and that's what they're trying to get back to. But I'm seeing, brothers. I'm seeing a net. I'm seeing nations plot right now to set somebody up, to set a nation up. And that's the sad thing about it is they don't see it. And the only reason we seeing that, brothers and sisters, the only reason we can see that is by the grace of the Most High. Because you go back some years, we were just as naive as they were. We were just as blind as they were. It's only about the grace of the Most High that He allowed us to understand what's happening in these final parts of the last day, down to the hours. He gave us this. So let's not think that we did this because we opened up the Bible and started reading. And we had the Bible here for a long time. It's only when He told those dry bones to stand up, when He raised those bones of Israel, and we start rising. Hey, that's when the knowledge started coming in. The only reason we know is because of the Most High. And outside of that, brother, no, we would not have this knowledge. We would be just like them, not knowing what's happening, thinking you on a good foot. All of this that we have, this understanding, is by the grace of the Most High. Brothers, this is my encouragement is let's work on some things. Wherever you brothers and sisters are located at, this is my encouragement. No, He don't want us to mess up now. I need to post that one. Let's start reaching out to other brothers, especially black farmers, wherever your location is at, and find the nearest black farm, if possible, in your area. Start formulating a network, a relationship. That's what we need to be doing. And for you brothers and sisters that may live in the area of in Mississippi, my suggestion is to reach out to Brother Galen and Kathy Jones. If you brothers and sisters want to go out there and start planting things, hey, they don't have a problem with that. But we need to work this together. We need to work this together. We're going to stand before the Most High. And with that standing, brothers, let us be found to be in His eyes faithful. See what this is. Hold on. Brother Jacob on Mr. Hebrew One Radio shows. Wait a minute. Hold on, Sister Yvonne. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Somebody died. Oh, somebody did an AI video. Okay. I tell you, when your phone is, you got to clean that screen. I tell you, I just rubbed my finger across. There goes a D. It looked like an E for a moment. Is that his? That's the name of the channel, Sister Yvonne. Mr. Hebrew One Radio. Oh, the Trump fight. Oh, Yeah, all right. He had the video on that. All right. Um, okay. But brothers and sisters, wherever you can get encouragement from and get suggestions as to, you know, uh, strengthening your surroundings when all of this stuff hits, because it's going to hit. It's going to hit. And at the same time, brothers and sisters, you see, what's his name? What's the guy's name? What's his name? Tesla. Elon Musk. Now he's trying to put. He ain't saying he been trying to push it out there. He been trying to put out his electrical bank also on side of people's homes. And now with the brother that's in South Africa, they talking down to his stuff. They saying this is the flaws with it. And they saying the flaw there and the flaw here and everything. But yet and still they continue to move on about their business. You be safe, brother Robert. Let us not give up, brothers. I gotta go ahead and take care of some business also. Let us keep on. Let's keep our keep our heads on the swivel. The B system, yes, brothers, right there in front of us. We have to start putting ourselves in a better position. This is the reason why you have brothers and sisters out here that's speaking about these things, is to put you on notice as to what the Spirit is saying, what Yah is saying to his people. And his people, they put it out there in order for us to know and how we need to move about. That's what we need to do. It's always, inform our brothers and sisters. You got a few dollars around here. Oh, start looking and just take a little seed and plant something. Put it in a red cup with some little dirt and some fertilizer. Let it grow. Nurture it. That little seed may save your life. I tell you, this is what we need to be doing, brothers. Keep your head on the swivel, Israel. Walk on water. Walk on water. If you can't walk on water, keep on practicing. Keep on practicing walking on water. Be in peace at all times. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, sister. Royal priesthood. Hold on. Hold on. Do. I tell you, now how many? No, sister royal priesthood. Now that's one, two. Is it how many countries total now are offering citizenship to the diaspora? Isn't that like? Is it 3 or is it 2? Because I didn't know Benin was doing it. Because truthfully, brothers and sisters, I don't see this beast system going into lands that's already separating itself from. All right, you were thinking the same thing I was thinking, though, 3 or 4. I don't see this beast system moving into these lands that's already fighting with the West. That's like this, they just flat out just do not want anything to do with the West, and especially these countries saying they're not taking a dollar no more. So that's what I'm looking at, and hey, let's just say this may be the Most High's design. And that's just food for thought, brothers. Keep your head on the swivel, Israel. Stay alert. Stay prayed up. Encourage your brothers and sisters during this time of the end. And do not let the devil take for granted. Do not allow the devil to take you for granted when you're vulnerable. When you feel that you're vulnerable, you pray to the Most High. He listens. And he will send an angel Now, now if the devil gets to that particular point, no, he will send his angels strictly for you. Stay faithful, stay prayed up, and on that note, brothers and sisters, be safe. Shalom.